Hello, everyone. David Russell here. Welcome you to another edition of the Castler Radio Show, the broadcast and voice of Tenacious Fitness Unlimited. We're pleased to have today's featured guest, Mr. Bennett Street. Welcome, Bennett. How you doing today?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking. Tell our listeners again where you're from.
I'm out of New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay. All right. All right. So again, we're welcoming Bennett. He's an Ifbb Pro. And what division do you compete?
I can be in the classic physique division.
Okay, classic physique division. All right, so we have just a couple quick questions here to get our audience a little bit familiar with you and to keep our listeners. Again, the mission of the Castler Radio Show is to encourage, inspire, and motivate listeners to reach their personal fitness goals. All right, so the first question we talked a little bit about. What's your personal approach to competition training?
So my personal approach is, give it all you got. I mean, I'm the type of person that I train by myself. So over the years, I've had the ability to figure out, how to stay on top. So my personal approach, is kind of different than most people. I feel as if you can find your niche, whatever that is, you should explore that and go along with it. So it's kind of hard for me to say what my personal approach is, but I think it's just something developed over the several years of me training.
Okay, so you prefer training?
Excuse me.
So you prefer training by yourself mostly, or just kind of, pushing yourself to reach your goals?
Yeah, I'm a highly motivated person, so I am, with my schedule, I just tend to train by myself. I usually get ready for shows, without a trainer, or without a training partner, so to speak. So it's kind of one of these things that I kind of learn as I go along, and I'm still learning.
Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. So the next question, what would you consider to be your training split, and has that changed throughout the years, or stayed the same? So when we talk about training split, do you do like, drop sets, giant sets? Do you prefer like 2 a day, 1 a day approach? What have you found to be the best in general?
Well, I mean, over the years, I kind of look at myself as like a race car trying to fine tune the engine. So, for me, it's whatever makes sense at the time.
Okay.
If it's drop sets or super sets, I kind of go by feel more than something concrete. When it's time for competition, when I'm getting ready for a show, I'm usually in the gym 2 to 3 times a day. So it would be something more like cardio in the morning, and I would come back home, and then maybe midday I'll do the training, and then maybe cardio again at night. So that's kind of like the concept that I do when I'm getting ready for a show. Off season is a little bit different; it could be a little more laid back, but I always stay ahead of the training.
Okay. I think one thing that really stood out, I know we talked earlier, was your commitment to the diet. I think that's something that really was interesting to me. You can work out all day long, but if you don't have that diet in check, and you just kind of making excuses. Oh, it's the summertime. I can go ahead and, like we just had down this way, the ice cream festival. There's always there's always gonna be something going on. With temptation. You going. Your plan was just to go to the store and go ahead and get your meals ready. Next thing you know, they advertise the ice cream festival. Now you derail.
Right.
So so stuff like that.
You know what? Yeah, well, you know what? A lot of times, if I'm not competing in the summertime, at least here, on the East Coast, my summertime is not a time for me to have my abdominals, my 10-pack and whatnot.
Okay.
If I'm not getting ready for a show, then I'm not sitting here trying to look cute.
Okay.
Look like I am competing.
Gotcha.
There is something to say about a solid off season, and I think some people just can't grasp, not looking how they want to look, like looking great year round. You have to have a higher body fat percentage. New muscle doesn't grow with higher body fat percentage in the text, so they use more nutrients. It's just something to give your body something to burn off instead of your muscle. So if the off season is summertime, when the ice cream festival's going on, if you get so to speak, it is what it is. I kind of understand what I'm doing, and if it makes sense for me, if it makes sense for you, then it should be no problem going ahead with it.
Okay. Good deal. All right. So then that goes into. Did we talk about training split? I may be jumping ahead. So.
Yeah, we actually talked about it. But just to kind of give a little more insight on that, it has changed over the years. If I wanted to, keep my metabolism a little bit higher, I would do some supersets, where I may involve 3 or 4 different exercises before I take a break. But if I didn't want that to happen, then I may just do the traditional one set, minute rest, and then get back to it. If I wanted to develop a little more power, I could do some drop sets. It has to make sense for you.
Okay.
You have to really sit down and spend more time mapping it out in your head, versus training. You have to go in there with a plan. And see if the plan works. If the plan works, then it's back to the drawing table. But training and competing, is a game of chess. You have to really, really think about what you're doing and pay attention to the results or lack of. If it doesn't work, then it's okay to scratch it off and go to the next concept.
Okay.
What's right for you may not be right for me.
That's true. That's true. So it goes to the next question. What would you consider to be your nutritional intake? And I know we talk about that. This probably not necessarily specific, but just kind of a general idea or of how serious you are with your approach with nutrition.
It's very serious. I am on the clock probably every 3 hours. It's always a balanced meal, particularly most of the time. Sometimes after workout I may have a higher carbohydrate content to refuel my body, but you do need proper balance of protein, carbohydrates to fats.
Okay.
Your body does need them all. So, for me, I'm okay eating the same thing for 90 to 120 days. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
So I'm really disciplined and diligent with that. So I have no problem doing that. Some people can't do that, or after a couple of weeks they have to switch it up. But for me, it makes sense as to the reason why I'm doing that. Taste and variety is something that your brain may need, but your body necessarily doesn't need. So if I'm getting ready for some event or competition, I do what I have to.
So do you find that when you're out and about, you always kind of pack your meals too, or if you run into a rut, kind of what to get the job to carry over?
95% of the time, if not even more, I have food.
Okay. All right.
Just food with my backpack in my car. I usually cook the heavy stuff, the carbohydrates and meats. I cook that for the week. And I weigh them out. I put them in the needed containers. And when I leave in the morning, I have all my food for the whole day.
That's good. Okay. So what would you tell someone who's just about to give up on exercise? This is one of the questions that I often include into the radio show or the podcast, because sometimes people might not necessarily see themselves competing, but they just want to get some information from somebody who is serious, who enjoys exercise, and maybe they haven't been able to wrap their head around it for themselves. They want to do it, but it's just making the commitment to, I guess you could say, lace up and go move forward. So what would you tell that person?
Well, for me, up is not in my vocabulary. If that was the case, then I've had plenty of excuses or reasons why to give up. I spent more than 20 years in the C division of the amateur ranks before I became a pro.
Okay.
I started competing in 1997.
Wow. Okay.
And I turned pro in 2016. So if giving up was in my vocabulary with things that happen in life and injuries outside the gym and unfortunate events and all that, then if anybody had an excuse, I would be the one. So for me, telling somebody or inspiring somebody not to give up, just don't have it in your vocabulary. Figure it out. If you give up, you're done. That's the one thing that you can assure yourself. So just don't have it in your vocabulary. Figure it out.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Next question. What would you consider to be what's giving you the best results as far as I guess this would be like exercise, or I think we kind of touched on that earlier, like supersets, trisets. What do you think is giving you the best I guess gains as far as working out or exercise machine or along those lines?
Yeah, proper balance. I mean, I've been training for such a long time that it's kind of hard for me to tell you that, it's this thing exactly, that's giving me my best results, because I have to train in every way that you can imagine.
Okay.
But, you have to do it, with passion. You have to do it with 100% concentration. Whether it be, the drop sets or supersets or the split training, whatever you do, it has to make sense for you. You have to give it your all to see if it does work. And if it works, if it's not broke, don't fix it. When I get ready for a competition, the reason why I say balance is because I go by feel, and for me, proper feel is to have a balance throughout my whole entire body.
Okay.
Got to train every single body part. If it's a lagging body part, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 3 times a week versus once. If it's something, if it's an area that you're superior in, find out where your weaknesses are. And work on that. There's always something to do. Inside the gym and outside the gym as well.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the next question. What would you consider to be one of your favorite motivational books, seminars, or advice that you received from a competitor?
So, I was kind of fortunate. My first bodybuilding show ever, the Black Prince Robert Robinson was the guest closer. And, I went right up to him and I asked him, take a look at me on stage, let me know what you think. And we developed a friendship from there. So at a very young age, I was very fortunate to get some advice from somebody like a legend like himself. And I think that that played a big role in my confidence going forward. And I also had the luxury of meeting, the late great Master L. Somebody, who was alive and competing. I spent some time talking with him as well. And I think, for the most part, you got to have confidence in yourself. Not cockiness, but you got to have confidence. Whatever you do, competition, it's on the bodybuilding world, it's all about having that confidence to be able to figure it out for yourself.
Okay.
And understand that you are your own competition. That's the one thing that I've learned over the years, and some older competitors have told me, is that you are truly your own competition. If you go in there thinking about the next guy or the big show who's going to be there, that's just a distraction on what you got to do. It may be motivating, but in reality, it's taken away from your own concentration. So I